Rebecca Davies, artist, the Oasis Social Club. My name's Rebecca Davies, and I am an artist, and I run a project called the Oasis Social Club. And this is a woman shopping in Maryhill, Glasgow. I did illustration at Glasgow School of Art years ago, and currently my practice as an artist is maybe called participatory art or community engaged art or social art. Call it what you like. I'm an artist who makes work that manifests in illustration, performance, creating spaces where people can talk, discuss, debate, and maybe make changes because they're peed off. So the heart of the Elephant and Castle. I'm from the Elephant and Castle in southeast London, an area that is highly contested. Every square centimetre is worth a hell of a lot of money, unfortunately, which means that people are worth a lot less. And so I've got beef about it. And when I moved back to London from Glasgow, I kind of started this process. It was about 8 years ago. I was doing my master's, where I desperately wanted to document and archive, and there was a high sense of urgency. So I then started a project from an ice cream van, obviously, and it was about sort of engaging people in conversation about kind of community dispersal and displacement as a result of regeneration. And so this is a project, the Elephant and Castle, that I've been running for 8 years now. It's evolved and taken many different shapes. It's currently a skills exchange where I work with local organisations, I collaborate with artists, and it's on a sort of shoestring budget, and it's about kind of creating really visibility and kind of making a song and dance about the sort of value of people's knowledge and experience in the area. My granddad's working men's club in Coventry. I, with the ice cream van, went on tour, and this is one of the places that I visited and talked to people in these discussions around regeneration that aren't obviously just specific to London, they're universal. And I met many people, including Doreen. Now, Doreen was a Hackney bar lady. Can you tell my voice is changing already a little bit? So I created a character with Doreen. So I draw people's stories, and then I kind of entered this process where I'd meet people and wanted to create characters. So Mavis Davis is a character based on Doreen. So what she looks like, sounds like, smells like, what music she listened to was all kind of co-created with Doreen, who you just saw there. And this is the Oasis Social Club. So this is my team that I sort of now work with. Sorry, nails. Basically it's a kind of, this kind of model of a working men's club, and that tradition of people coming together. It's not just beer and bingo, it's a space for debate, and it's a place where people traditionally would organise during the miners' strikes, for instance. And another part of the process, and another way that I learn about areas, is portraits for stories. So I just sort of sit, listen to people and draw them, and there's a kind of process of exchange. So I have kind of the sort of slight kind of discomfort in me as an artist that works with people, that I'm taking a lot from people, and what am I giving back? Oh God, that sounds really, but just this kind of exchange. And So these are sort of people that I've met on tour with some of my projects, and this is another character that I've created in Stoke-on-Trent through touring the Oasis Social Club, where the process of kind of intensive community engagement before my structure, because you'll see that in a bit, gets there, is kind of learning the lay of the land, learning people and stories and politics, and creating this character who then hosts the Oasis Social Club. So we create a kind of committee. So it's very much a kind of traditional working men's club model, a committee that helps me run the club when it gets there. They make the decisions around what we program from that club as well. So there's a real sense of, you know, I have a Stoke accent. People teach me that accent, and I kind of embody these sort of generally sort of women in communities that also men, but kind of women that are kind of a glue in a community that don't take any shit, and they kind of help make change. But this was an area in Stoke-on-Trent, for instance, where the community hall had been shut, the pub, the corner shop, and so this just being there sort of created a kind of catalyst for conversation that then that's myself and the committee, put together a manifesto, and this happens in every sort of area that we go to, and then we deliver that manifesto to the local council to see what can be done. Now, I'm not an architect. I kind of have very little kind of knowledge on policy and what policy is affecting kind of...
Pubs are going. The bingo halls are going. Gig venues are going. The NHS, social housing, disability allowance, good music, iceberg lettuce. Oh, God. This is all getting a bit Michael-y.
So this was just a recent video. This is a section of a recent video that I made and we're screening at the moment to act as a trigger for kind of conversation in communities that feel unrepresented and unheard. And this is just a labour of love. This is, it's meters and meters long, this illustration of, frankly, the horrific hoarding that is in London and maybe will be going up in Glasgow soon, I hope not. That represents a very sort of privileged community of people that are moving into areas with luxury flats and no social places or anything. Anyway, so this, finally, it's a pot. And